Hi, everyone. This is Katrina from Exposure SaaS, and today we're going to talk about why you should productize and package your offerings. So, why should you package? Before we dive in, I'd just like for us to explore this question. Why productize? While productizing your services allows you to be more profitable and scale your business faster, I want to take this question a little bit deeper, and I want to help you really visualize the importance of what we're talking about today. To do this, we need to start by getting an understanding of what your time is worth to you. So the chances are that you are, or if you are billing your clients by the hour, you feel like you don't have enough time, or you're noticing that you don't, a lot of leads go dark on you, then you're likely to be trading hours for dollars. And there's a very good chance that you're making it too hard for prospects to make a decision about whether or not to hire you. So to start with, your product and the price you sell it for ultimately needs to represent the value of the results, or the ROI, your services provide to your clients, not just the time it takes you to deliver alone. So because there's only 24 hours in a day and only one of you and each of your team members, of course, productizing is a necessity if you want to grow in a truly scalable and substantial way. So today, we're going to take a look at how you can package your services in a way that's highly valuable to your prospects and your clients when it comes to making a decision about how to do business with you. So we're going to start by taking a look at some things to consider when determining how to package your services. So to begin with, we're going to use the good, better, best model for this exercise. There are numerous productization models out there, but good, better, best is simple and it simply works. So to demonstrate this, we're going to take a look at a special case study also featured in William Poundstone's book titled Priceless, which provides us with some insight for how the method of offering these three pricing options holds water, or in this case, beer. So in this example, people were offered two kinds of beer. They were offered a premium beer for $2.50 and a bargain beer for $1.80. Which one do you think sold more? Well, if you guessed the premium beer, you guessed right. About 80% purchased the premium beer. So now a third beer was introduced, a lower priced beer for $1.60, in addition to the previous two. Which one of these three do you think sold the most? Well, in this case, the $1.80 beer won. About 80% purchased it. The rest purchased the premium beer. Nobody bought the cheapest option in this case. Now, the third time around, they removed the $1.60 beer and they replaced it with a super premium $3.40 beer. Which one of these do you think sold the most? Well, this time around, the $2.50 beer sold the most. A small number bought the $1.80 beer, but 10% opted for the most expensive, the $3.40 beer. Something to think about is some people will almost always buy the most expensive option, no matter what the price is. So the basic truth here is that you can help your prospects make a choice by strategically offering them different options and price points, so they are most likely to choose between your plans instead of being faced with whether or not to hire you altogether. So let's take a look at how you package your products in this way. And the first, we want to have an understanding of some fundamentals. The first thing to understand is that you need to have clarity in your product offering. This is going to simplify explaining and offering your options to your leads. So gone are the days of the 5-page proposal, because your leads are going to have to approve everything on all 5 pages of that long proposal. So we want to get clarity around our product offering and keep it concise so that your prospects are able to make a decision quickly and be properly informed. So clarity in your product offering looks something like this. First, we want to explain what you'll do. Next, you want to explain what they'll do, explain how long it will take, and of course, how much it costs. Now, you may be wondering, where do we start? In our exercise, we're going to start with the best package. Oops, bear with me. Okay, so the best package. What do we want to put in it? Some things to understand about the best offering is, first, it's the number 3 seller. So this is going to be your number 3 seller among 3 packages. And this is typically a high dollar premium product offering. The features of your best offering should be essentially everything but the kitchen sink. So your best offering is going to require significantly more hours than your good or better options. It has low scalability, so it's very hard to scale because it requires real time from you. It also has a high price point and perceived premium value. So remember the 4 points when you draft your best offering: what you'll do, what they'll do, how long it will take, and how much it will cost. Now let's take a look at the good offering. We'll get the better offering last. So taking a look at your good offering, the good offering is going to be your number 2 seller. It's the entry-level product offering. And as far as features go, it's going to be a minimum viable solution, meaning that you can't get by with anything less than this. So it requires minimal hours. It is highly scalable, usually a low price point, but here's the thing. It's the minimum viable perceived value. And this means that being the least that you can get by with, this is the least that you can spend to get in the door. Basically, that's what your good offering is. So draft your good offering, and just remember again, what you'll do, what they'll do, how long it will take, and how much it will cost. So now we go to the better. Okay, so this is the better solution. It's intended to be your number 1 seller. It's a mid-range product offering. So features good plus some of the best. It's quite a bit less than your best option. It is far more scalable than your best option. And it's just a fair price difference above the good option. So not necessarily in the middle between the good and best. It's just a fair price difference above the good option. And that means it's going to have a higher perceived value than the good option as well. So now drafting your better option. This is your top seller. What you'll do, what they'll do, how long will it take, how much will it cost. Let's keep those in mind. So a quick overview. Here, good is your number 2 seller. It's the entry-level offering. Better is your number 1 seller. It's the mid-range offering, and the best is your number 3 seller. So this would be your premium offering. So wait, my best offering is my number 1 seller, is what you're saying. Well, I've got some news for you. It's probably not true. You're likely selling your better as your best. Take a look and reevaluate your offerings so that you can truly offer a good, better, best. As you're building out these solutions and productizing your services in this way, consider all of the capabilities your best clients already find most valuable. So this might include professional services like coaching, consulting, and other types of services that you provide. Also, think about positioning your services specific to a market segment or vertical, or related to the ideal client's specific needs. So here's an example of what a SaaS vendor might have for their good, better, best lineup. Excuse me. So note, you've got in here what you'll do, what they'll do, how long it will take, how much it costs, and it's communicated very clearly and concisely. So these are the three options, each clear. And now that we've begun to establish your service packages, you're ready to create some menus and make productization an even more effective tool in your sales conversions. The menus. When it comes to helping your prospects make a decision, it's critical to start by understanding what is driving their decision making the most. So let's take a look at that. In the simplest terms, your prospects will either have more time than money, they're cash sensitive, or more money than time, so they're time sensitive. What's more, they're almost always willing to spend the one they have more of to get more of the other. So you're going to be able to find out which one they want more of because they will often tell you. And here's some examples. So things that a cash sensitive customer says. This sounds expensive. I'd like to talk to the budget boss. Do you have a payment plan? Do we pay for this all up front? Is there a contract? We've wasted money before. How soon will we see ROI? The time sensitive people will say things like, how long will this take? This sounds like a ton of work. When will this kick in? What is the time frame? How often will I have to be on the phone? That sort of thing. So now we're going to add a new layer to this. Regardless of whether they're time sensitive or cash sensitive, your prospects just want to make the right decision with as little complexity as possible. So, do any of these sound familiar? That's a lot to think about. We're going to spend some time on this and get back to you. Or how about this one? Can you email me a breakdown of what we get with each option? I'll take this back to my leadership to present. Many, many more. I'm sure you've heard a lot of different versions of those. So why does this matter? You see, even after simplifying our offerings with good, better, best packages, we still need to simplify even further. And the reason being, when people have to choose between 3 or more options, they really have to think about it. They're also likely to begin overanalyzing your pricing as an expense and breaking it down and all that. So we want to avoid that. It should be easy to do business with you. It should be easy to make a decision. So your prospects have enough complication in their business and in their lives, but with this, doing business with you will likely be cutting through butter with a hot knife. It should be easy to do business with you. So if we go back to our good, better, best offerings, how many choices do we have here? 3. So a well-trained salesperson will get to this and they'll eliminate one for the customer so they can choose between the remaining 2, which is a lot easier. So while that's effective, you can actually automate that skill by creating 2 menus, one menu for cash sensitive customers and another for time sensitive customers. And then they only have to choose between 2 options. So on the first menu, it's going to be called menu A. This is for your cash sensitive folks. So it features the entry level bare bones product and then the better product or your best seller. So you've got them just looking at 2. So it's like this one just barely covers what I need. It's basically going to be a lot of work that I'm going to have to put in. We're combining a variety of line items into an easy to digest format. And this is designed to guide the customer to what they need to do. They're choosing between the bare bones and the automatic basic. So still, most of them are going to go for this top best example. Now, menu B, this is for your better offering along with the best product. So this is well aligned to your time sensitive people. They're willing to pay more to get the time back. They generally have more money than they do time. That's going to look like this. So we've got the Automation Pro and the Basic. So what do both menus have in common? They have the better #1 seller. So that's right. The better option, our #1 seller, our good, better, best of our good, better, best offerings. This keeps your greatest dollar for value product as a choice for every prospect you present to, but it appeals to them based on where they set. In all the places you present your offerings to your audience and prospects, be sure to consider when and where you can leverage this menu approach in moving them to a decision and to make it faster and less painful for both of you. And that pretty much covers it. So feel free to, I'm going to stop the recording, but feel free to answer any questions, ask any questions in the chat, and we will get to them as soon as we can.